We've been working on for so long, but I didn't just have the opportunity, and I wouldn't mind not show it tonight if I could have a knockout in the first or second round. But since I had the opportunity to do that, so I did it, and just do what I have to do to win the fight. I wasn't very confident on my striking. I wasn't very stable on my stand, so kind of like take that as an opportunity to get away. I couldn't I was very scared when I was standing. My stand, I wasn't very stable on my stand, and couldn't really move. Was always thinking about it. He was always on my mind until I started to wrestle. Then maybe I felt it a little bit on the ground, but he wasn't that bad. I know he couldn't be a big damage in the ground.
How serious is this injury? Is this something you might need a surgery on now, or you can just rehab it?
Yeah, I think I need a surgery. I had a grade 3 MCL. I had a damaged ACL, and I have a MPFM.
So you did it good.
Yeah, I did it good. I didn't miss it this time. So yeah, I know some doctor didn't even want me to fight. I mean, not really. They recommend me to withdraw to the fight, but I couldn't. I was so pumped up about this fight, trusting myself. So we get it. So cool. I need a good, not just a new contract. I need a new term on my contract who respect me as a fighter. Who respect my right and give me an option. Just a right as a human. I'm not asking for something massive. I'm not asking for something misery. I'm just asking for, what a free man can ask. I don't know exactly what the future holds for me right now, so I will lay back a little bit and see how things play out, and who knows.
UFC 270. It was good, Dana, because I missed the fight so much, and I'm reading Twitter, and people missed the fight so much. So to have the action back, two heavyweights going at 270. UFC.
How insane was Cater versus Giga last weekend? Was that sick?
What a fight! What a fight to start the year. How about some of this contract drama with Francis Ngannou, Dana? You think you can work this thing out?
I've been in contract drama for 20 years with people. It's just part of the business. I'm sure we'll figure it out one way or another. We'll see how this thing plays out. I don't blame Francis as much as I blame the not so very smart people that surround him.
What do you make of his skill set in there?
I mean, he's as complete as you get. He can wrestle, he can do jiu-jitsu, and then he can strike. And in all those things, he's quite capable. So, he's a great fighter.
What do you see in Islam, if anything, that maybe his previous opponents haven't been able to take advantage of? Because he's winning, but he's also not really dropping rounds in there, too.
I think pressure. I haven't seen anyone really pressure him, and it could be because they couldn't. They weren't well-rounded enough, because you try to pressure him standing, he takes you down. If you try to, apply some jiu-jitsu, his wrestling's so good he doesn't allow you. So from what I've seen, they haven't been able to put pressure on him because they don't have enough skills, the well-roundedness required to do that, and I think I'm the guy to do that. I don't care where the fight goes. I could do whatever I want.
Do you think he's overrated or underrated or fairly rated by the fans? Because everyone's saying, like, oh, this guy's a future champion, but he hasn't faced the top tier in the division yet. So what do you think of him?
I think he's fairly rated, yeah. I just don't think he's ever fought me. That's the difference.
What's your thought about the comparison between Islam and Khabib? A lot of people say it's the same guy, essentially, just a little younger in Islam and a little different skill set. What do you feel as far as that comparison?
I would disagree. I think stylistically they're definitely not the same. Both great fighters. Just stylistically they don't do the same things. You'll see Khabib shoot like 5 to 7 times in a round just to make sure somebody gets tired, while Islam will be so accurate with his feints and striking, and then we'll get that one shot, and that one shot will put you, and then he'll be able to hold you. So they're not that similar, in my opinion. They have similar techniques and they have similar goals, but the route they take is not similar. So I guess you could say they're similar in that they want to do the same thing, but they don't take the same route.
It's weird. It's a weird feeling because it's the first time in my life when I lost a decision, but I felt like I won, you know? I mean, I remember my last two losses, you know, against Pantoja or against Pettis. I mean, I knew in that moment I lost. I was like, okay, this feels like shit, but I understand I lost, right? But this time I felt like, you know, like I won. But it is what it is because it wasn't a really hard fight, you know. I mean, he had his own moments too, and I need to recognize that. I don't want to be that kind of guy who start to put excuses because I felt like Davison did an amazing job with a better game plan. So I just want to go to the gym. Just want to go to the gym, spend time with my family, and watch the fight again, and be back stronger. You know, I was putting pressure on definitely, and in some point he started to like go back and you know, suddenly exploding against me. I felt like he was throwing like, you know, the power, but I was putting the volume there, and that's the thing. For example, in the first fight against him, it was the same. He was throwing like the power, and I was throwing the volume, and you never know what the judges put more attention in that point. So, you know, it is what it is. I lost, and that hurts, and at the same time, I love when it hurts because I can feel the pain, and you know that means to me like it's important to me to evolve, be back, and you know it's crazy because the door is open for the fourth fight against this guy, and that's amazing, man. It's you know, I'm just trying to be very positive in my life, and I can see that possibility and start to make more history with these guys. It's crazy.